Today, let's talk about flashes, specifically Godox flashes, and why it is that so many wedding photographers seem to use them. Now there's many different options out there. The first one that comes to mind is being pro photo. But for the most part, the flashes that I see used the most often are going to be the Godox flashes. So let's talk about why it is that I prefer using them, what I like about them, and what I don't like about them. Now, I really don't think there's much debate out there anymore that Godox flashes are really a great deal. They've come a long way since they first come out, and anymore the price that you pay, you're getting a very reliable flash. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying that they are as robust as something like Pro Photo, but the cost of one single on-camera flash, Godox versus Pro Photo, you can buy about 3, maybe 4 of these compared to the cost of a Pro Photo one. I myself run a V1 Pro. I also run an IT30, which are the little direct on-camera flashes. I also run a couple 8200s as well as an X3 Pro for the trigger. Now the very first obvious reason that I think so many people run Godox is the price. The V1 Pro, for example, is a 76 watt on-camera flash. It also has the capabilities of working as a master or a slave with all the different trigger systems. So I can use the on-camera flash to be able to trigger my 8200s that are mounted somewhere else in the room, however it is that I want to use them. At the same time, I can also mount the V1 Pro and trigger it with my X3 Pro. Now I know Pro Photo has kind of the same setup where you could trigger everything the same way that you can with Godox. But the reason that I went with Godox is because not only the pricing, but the availability. You could jump on Amazon and order any one of their flashes, have them next day or the day after. I also have a camera store that's about 50 minutes from me that I can pick up just about any of the Godox flashes. I've been using the Godox flashes for quite some time now, and they've yet to have any issues with them. Aside from once in a while they might not fire. But I quickly found out that was actually user error. I had the distances set incorrectly on them when I had my 8200 set up during a reception. Now, I have heard people say before that the Godox flashes aren't very true to color, meaning that they're not a consistent color when they fire. What that's going to do is just kind of change your white balance in your images, something that you can correct in post-processing. I myself have never seen that. I've never opened up raw files and noticed that the white balance was so far off that it was anything noticeable at all. So I have a hard time paying $1,000 for a flash just because they say it's more consistent in its color. Now, one of the drawbacks of the Godox systems is availability of parts or repair. I don't know of any dedicated places in the United States that give support to the Godox systems, but you can order Flashpoint through Adorama, which is just another rebranded Godox. That will give you US support for any repairs. But now, on the other side of that, the cost to replace one of the flashes, if something does happen, is far less than replacing a Pro Photo one. So I think that's why it is that we see so many people using the Godox systems these days. It's the availability of them. It's the cost of them. It's the proven performance and how far they have come since they first came out. They've really become a true contender in the photography world. If you like these kinds of videos, hit like and subscribe. I try to put out one at least once a week when my schedule allows me to.